you got to also look at the Jimmies and Joes and the players on the field. And while the play calling hadn't been perfect, you cannot just solely blame all the problems on the offensive coordinator.
No, certainly not. And I will say this for our offensive line, they played worlds better Saturday than they have played
the numbers reflect
all
that.
year.
Your best rushing performance against an FBS opponent this season. So just what
all
the statistics
year.
say.
They played worlds better. I actually texted several buddies that even while we were getting absolutely drugged through the mud in that first quarter, like pass blocking looked a whole lot better. Run blocking looked better. So maybe that's what they did, and kind of speak to what you were talking about for simplify. Like in that room, and again, I'm not in that room, I am just speculating here. If you've got a quarterback walking up to the line, making a snap protection call, as may have been happening, trying to pick up stunts and blitzes for those guys can get super, super complicated in a hurry where it doesn't need to be that complicated. Instead of, worrying about that kind of stuff, just go zone. Just run a zone scheme on your rushing attack. And it's just like, hey, you've got whoever shows up in this hole. Don't worry about where that mic is. Don't worry about the stunt. Don't worry about any of this other stuff. You just got whoever comes in this hole. And so, simplifying it down like that, you can make it very, very overcomplicated. And maybe that's what initially happened. And maybe they did back off of that because it did look worlds better Saturday than it's looked all year. Even against like EIU and Troy, East Carolina, even where we were just completely whiffing. That didn't happen nearly as much on Saturday. So, taking that into context, I'm encouraged by what we saw there Saturday, which is probably the only encouraging factor I could find, other than Luke Doty running the ball a little bit, which I was very happy to see.